game one being at the Alamo Dome and it actually being the Saturday before the school year starts, the kids are absolutely hyped. They're really ready and looking forward to that game at the Alamo Dome.
Being broadcast in Alamo Dome brings more excitement for us. We're just very ready to go. For our performance for the first, we have our dance team block, which we're going to play Toxic by Britney Spears for them. And then after that, we're going to put on our marching show for the year.
What we're working behind us here is the Wild Frontier. It's our 2023 fall marching production show. That's what we plan on playing, a full part one of our show. Fast tempos, it starts off with the Magnificent Seven opening up. When we get into part two, it has some old country folk tune, and then we go into some jazz, cowboy bebop, and then we close it out with another old Western tune. But basically everything traditional Western, the Wild Frontier. The kids are really having a good time playing it.
It's a mix of slow and fast, it's just all over the place. It's really fun. We are very excited to put on our show for the first time at the Crush game, and we're just happy to be there.
So when the students are in the Alamo Dome performing, they hear a whole bunch of echo throughout. So they really have to have laser focus and vision onto the drum major, making sure they're watching his hands, so that way they can stay in the right tempo, the right beat.
Game one, I'm really excited. We always are. It's our favorite one. And just being able to play in the Alamo Dome in the huge venue it's really amazing. It's a great opportunity.
It's a great advantage because the students get the experience of walking onto that field, getting ready. So it's kind of like a preliminary performance way before their Bands of America Super Regional, which is going to be in November 3rd. The difference between the heat that we have outdoors, especially now, and the Alamo Dome is going to be much cooler, but the kids are handling the heat really well. Every 15 minutes we're giving them a water break. They even have like a cool down in the shade time. We're out here in the mornings from 8 a.m. to 11:30. We are not outdoors at the peak of the heat, which is in the later afternoon hours.
Make sure you bring in water, fill up your water jugs.
I definitely want to give a big shout out and thank you to our parents, our Brandeis band boosters. Without them, the program would not thrive. Additionally, our principal, Dr. Jerry Berger, she is just a wonderful support of all fine arts. And of course, our director of fine arts, Mr. James Macholka. All of which I just mentioned have been tremendous in support and are the reason why the Brandeis band thrives.
We're pretty excited. It's against our biggest rival, Somerset. It's going to be in the Alamo Dome. The UTSA performs there. DSI is held there. All state, pretty much everything is held in the Alamo Dome. It's a huge stadium. It's going to be a first time probably for all of us.
It's very exciting, but also kind of terrifying at the same time because we're performing in a big stadium. I'm really at the Alamo Dome. I'm marching on the field. You know, it's just a crazy feeling for me and for everybody else. It makes your adrenaline running.
I've never been to the Alamo Dome to play, so I think that's very nerve-wracking for a lot of kids. And the music, it goes straight up, and you're depending on your own self. So all the kids, they're gonna be very nervous because we've never marched on the Alamo Dome field.
Well, I wasn't expecting this. I honestly expected we were going to be playing in a home game, not playing at a stadium such as the Alamo Dome. So playing in a space where a lot of very famous people go to play there, like the Cowboys, UTSA Roadrunners, stuff like that. It's pretty impressive, so I'm very hyped up for this.
We're going to be doing a show by the band composer Randall Standridge. We're calling the show Vanquishing the Darkness, so it's kind of like, the classic battle between light and dark, good and evil throughout the whole show. It kind of progresses from working towards the light conquering at the end of the show.
In the light section, it's more slow with more melody, whereas the dark is going to be more intense, focused more on low brass.
There's a lot more visual aesthetics. There won't be periods where we're just holding and moving. We'll be doing different types of movements, dancing.
I think this has been one of the hottest years we've had. This is the year 15 of teaching for me, and I don't remember it being quite this hot before. We just do setting a timer when we're on a certain amount of time, and then we do water breaks. We bring out canopies for shade.
All you gotta do is fight through the pain. We're on that field for 7-8 minutes, and you try to build up endurance.
We get a lot of breaks, and we have like really like wonderful conductors, drum majors, and our directors. They're really supportive. Like, they support us no matter what, and we get breaks. Of course, everyone's gonna get tired, but we just push through because everyone that's out here is out here for a reason, because they love doing it.
If everybody puts in the hard work and the dedication, even that, just being out here shows how much all the kids want to be here. And there's some kids that are alternates and they're on the side. They're still, like some of my kid, he dislocated his shoulder and I saw him, he was practicing on the side. So it shows that just being here, they're showing the dedication.
We all are doing this for, well, the entertainment of others. As long as we're able to keep our audience happy, that's all that matters.
Okay, I gotta get in the mindset, I gotta relax, calm myself down, and then let's just go on the field and let's do what we do best.
We're kind of always trying to be in that mindset of paying attention to every detail, from how we look, how we act in public, how we move, how we perform. So for us, it's just, you know, having that high expectation from the start.
It's really just a big family coming together to come and do something we all are really passionate about. And it's great, you make connections and friends. And at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
We are putting in the work and we're putting the hours, working really hard to make it sound and look as good as possible so we can be as prepared as possible when we get to the Alamo Dome.
I'm really excited to perform at the Alamo Dome. And on behalf of the band, I think we're all excited. And hopefully it's not going to be the last time. We'll perform there again, state champions. We're just people who just want to play music, and we should all share that love, and we just want to present it to people in the Alamo Dome.
I'm so excited to see it on TV, for parents to be able to see it, family, distant family even, and especially to be able to look back on it and see, okay, this is how we did at the Alamo Dome.
I feel privileged to go out there and perform football and band on TV, something I've never done before. I kind of just take my shoulder pads off and helmet, and I put my drum on, and I go wait with the band and do some warm-ups, and then I perform. And then afterwards, we do the fight song while the football guys run in. I take my drum off, I put my shoulder pad back on, and I just get ready to play.
So most bands usually hire out their riders for drill and music, but I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with the other directors here and put together some original work.
He did a fantastic job. The percussion part was actually made by another one of our band directors here, so they worked together to make such a beautiful piece. It's really pretty, and I think it sounds absolutely stunning on the field, especially when all the parts come together and are played.
It's going to be called Through the Storm, and it's about a ship sailing away and it's getting caught in a storm.
Kind of tell a story of the ship leaving port, hitting a storm. There's this underwater sequence. We come back up and we make it through, and we see this beautiful sunrise at the end.
There's a lot of change in tempos. It goes from a nice, like medium tempo, and then it goes fast. We've really had to work with the band to get those tempos down, but they're doing really good handling it.
We have a really young band, and from today's performance, I was just blown away by how well they performed, and it's shocking. And I'm happy to see that the leadership's doing a good job.
Not many bands get to experience this, and I think we're so lucky to do it.
It's our last first game. It's my senior year. I'm gonna miss playing and conducting with these guys. They've really made the past 4 years amazing, and yeah, it's gonna be great.
The people that play at the Alamo Dome are some of the best in the state and across the country, and so being able to be a part of that and get that experience, it really is something. And then on top of that, having it broadcasted around on KSAT is just the cherry on top. It's really exciting.
We've been out here for about 3 weeks now. We've been coming out starting early at 8 a.m. Sometimes we don't get out till 4. The band's been doing such a phenomenal job getting here, being here, just putting in all their work and their effort.
It's always really fun to be in the Alamo Dome, and it's even more fun when it's a rivalry game against Brandeis. When we go to competitions, we always try to beat our rivalry band, but the rivalry is more so with the football teams. Our drum majors are friends with the Brandeis drum majors, and they go out to lunch together sometimes. So it's very much a friendly rivalry.
I'm very excited that we're going to be able to take our show and put it on the field, and everyone's going to be able to see our hard work. And being able to play in the Alamo Dome in such a big stadium with thousands of people showcasing our hard work is really exciting, and it sounds very fun. We get to play and dance and have fun in the stands and just get really hyped up and support our football.
Extremely excited, working every single day out here, make sure we sound our best at that game, looking forward to it. Football season is always the most exciting season for us, really.
Our show is entitled Outlaw. It has a couple fantastic selections like Bad Guy from Billie Eilish, the Yellowstone theme. We're really trying to channel grit, determination of those frontiersmen.
It's aggressive, a little edgy.
We are kind of the bad guys of the Wild West, and so it's very fun that we get to play that role, and we get to break out of jail, and we get to have these big hits and these big moments about us being the bad guys.
We've been so blessed to have our fantastic boosters come out, and they have like tents set up for us to get some water and things like that. But just coming out here, being on this pad, it's probably almost as hot as the turf. Coming out every morning, the sun's like, you see us doing our fundamental block, we're just standing there, just baking in the heat. Me on my podium, the sun's just straight in my face. So ball cap, my big old sunglasses, my favorite accessory. So it's just what keeps me going, I guess. SPF 50.
Drinking water and staying in the shade. We have breaks around every 30-45 minutes, so that definitely helps, because if we didn't have that, I would be on the floor passed out.
Eventually you get acclimated to the heat and you get used to it, but right now it's starting to cool down a little bit, so it's getting easier.
It's always hard for like the freshmen or the first years on the line. It does get really hot. Even though I'm a senior, it is hot. Like, you know, you still sweat the same as you did 4 years ago. It's still hot, you know. But you kind of get used to it being outside. You start to enjoy it.
If we weren't on television, I'd still want us to look amazing going against, you know, our biggest competitor, Brandeis, and in front of all those people.
I hope we have a fantastic season. I'm super excited for the Dome, and go Panthers.
Just hang loose, enjoy what you're doing out here, all right? What do we say, boys? Game is game.
6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Honestly, we've been working hard, and so I feel like I'm kind of at ease with a lot of things, where it's like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we're out there, we're trying our hardest, so it's exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm like super excited about it. Like on the big screen, like if you mess up, you mess up. So I'm always on to them, like, don't mess up, stay in time, stay in step, listen to the metronome. But like, I know it'll pay off in the end during the like performance or whatever. They're gonna be like, she's gonna yell at me. So they're gonna be like, whew. And so I hope they'll be like on it, we're gonna be fine and like chill.
If we stay consistent and confident and just with an open mind to learn, then we should most definitely be ready on day one. We've been growing along the years. Since we had our new director, we've been increasing and growing more and more as a program and the music group.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That way you can get the pulse. Okay, so we can sound pretty. Ready? What measure?
25.
All right! When we elevate, we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've seen my skills increase more with this new director, and with everybody else, I've seen an improvement. And it would be like people that would like barely even have 2 years of experience and sound like they have 5.
You don't feel the nervousness and everything. You don't feel it when you're practicing, but once you hit the field, like it all hits you like all at once.
I think we're all pretty excited, especially for the Alamo Dome. It's like, oh my gosh, the Alamo Dome's our first game. So I think we're all just like, we got to get things perfect.
I'm looking forward to gaining more experience with marching season, making new friends and everything, and surviving the heat because it's really hot here.
In regards to the heat, I feel like it's Texas. You know, it's just one of those things like, it's hot, sweat it out.
It's okay, guys, we got to get your water, get your sunscreen, hat, sunglasses on. We're outside. I'm like, it's okay, we got this, we can do this. I try not to like let everyone know that this like is like really like hot and it's like, whoo. So like, it's okay, we got this, we're almost done. We're gonna play part 1 of our show, Lost and Found. Right now, we've been really working on the first part, cause like it's like the most like technical part with the music and all that. And I know for the first part of it, we're like all together. So it's like a really big like hassle getting everyone to move in time, especially with our younger members. So it's like, work on this. So when it's time for this show, it's like, oh, muscle memory, and we got it.
Perfect's what you strive for, and going for the details is consistency. Consistent is the way you win. And I'm excited, but I think I really want to see V-Band succeed, and we're gonna win.
Wow.
We are going to be playing in front of so many people buying tickets. It's really nerve-wracking, but exciting that we're able to get that chance to be heard by so many.
Yeah, as a whole, we're all very excited. You know, we're stoked. You know, obviously for us too, it's just as big as for the football team. We get to perform in the Alamo Dome. That's pretty big. Me personally though, I'm super excited. Yeah.
I think I saw it as like a notification on my phone, and I didn't really know what that meant because I didn't know, oh, the Alamo Dome, okay, sure. But I guess now hearing about it, I'm kind of getting anxious, but also super excited. I am originally from the East Coast, and it like does not get this humid over there, so I'm a little bit dying inside, but you know, I make it through it. This is my 3rd year doing this, so I'm almost used to it.
Honestly, we've been practicing in the mornings, so it's not quite as bad as the afternoon, but I definitely feel like it's really hot still in the morning, yeah, so, but we get through it.
Off and down. Okay, if you need to say to yourself quietly to make sure you're in time, that's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to just be in a different venue that we're used to, especially Alamo Dome. That's going to be a big change for us, but it's going to be really exciting to just be there and be able to provide like an energetic atmosphere to our fans.
When I heard about the Alamo Dome game, I was actually attending Holy Cross,
So I was in the classroom and our teacher was the football coach. And he was like, hey, do y'all know that we're going to be playing Antonian like at the Alamodome? And I was like, oh, and no one knew I was coming to Antonian or that I was leaving. And so it was like my little secret. And so I was able to keep it to myself, but like, yeah, I knew already, like I'm going to be attending there. And so it was just, because I already went there, it's much more exciting and it's a lot more friendly competition because I know those kids and I know those teachers and I know those coaches.
I'm really, really excited. I've never been to the Alamodome, so it's my first time going, so I'm super, super hyped.
Little sneak peek, but we're gonna like be from here to here to here, so we're gonna open up, we're gonna condense, we're just gonna be moving around all the time, so just to amp up the music, try to get everyone hyped.
I think for color guard as a whole, we've always worked under pressure a lot of the time. Like we wouldn't find out we were doing a different show or the next movement until a week before we were gonna play it. So we've always worked really well with learning choreo and learning routine super quickly.
I think it's a great opportunity for them. It's just, my whole reason for becoming a band director is just to give kids opportunities like these, just like cool experiences that they can talk about for years to come. So, you know, it's just another one on the list that they get to add to while they're at Antonian. We had another performance last week. And so that was our like first performance of the year, a chance to see where we are and just give us room to grow. So I think we're gonna be ready for our first game.